we have to admit, there is a man who says that the plans for his constituency have come to nothing, and he is coming back to you for more time. To do what? He says the people owe him a seat because he gave them jobs. But I would like to tell my people tonight, you gave him a job also. As our hometown boy Bob Marley would say, he gave him a job too. And he is right. You work hard for your money every blessed day for what you want. Why should you prop up a man who is not doing his job? Why re-elect a man who has spoken 4 times in Parliament for the period 2003-2007? 4 times in 132 sittings of the House of Assembly. 4 times. And when he was criticized, he reverted to the most arrogant and distasteful response. He said he don't talk foolishness. So getting up and telling Barbados that you are not getting what you want for your constituency is talking foolishness. David Thompson does it. David Eswick does it. Dennis Kelman does it. Ronald Jones does it. Richard Seeley does it. But he is too proud to beg for St. Andrew. What is he being paid for? I have to ask you tonight, what are you sending him back to Parliament for? To make this constituency laughing stock of Barbados? To continue to warm a seat? The House of Assembly is the hallowed chamber within which an elected member of Parliament represents the cause for his people. You cannot represent people in a Thursday, Friday or Saturday club. It is within the House of Assembly that you participate in the estimate debates. You contribute to budgetary proposals. And you outline what you would wish to see happen and see done for your constituency and by extension Barbados. You cannot do that over a plate of rice and stew and big drinks. This man represents the most beautiful, unspoiled constituency in Barbados, and he is treating it with scant respect. The heart of the mineral wealth of this country is in St. Andrew. We are the hub of the tourism industry. There is not one island tour which comes to Barbados that does not pass through St. Andrew. Look at the brochures. Everyone passes through St. Andrew. And if we shut down, Barbados shuts down. This morning I was fortunate enough to attend a soil conservation church service at the St. Andrew's Parish Church. And I listened to Pastor Victor Roach outline how whatever happens in St. Andrew topographically affects the whole of Barbados. So whenever there is slippage in St. Andrew, some part of Barbados will suffer. And the speech should really have been covered, but the media was not there. The MP was not there. So again, there's nobody to take that information and use it to our benefit. It is in the House of Assembly that the MP should be presenting a comprehensive restoration program for the bridges of this constituency, and where he would tell constituents how much it will cost and how long the work will take. It is in the House of Assembly that this MP is supposed to put pressure to bear on the ministers in charge of agencies which ignore the residents of St. Andrew, if he does make any requests. But in his response to the people who have elected him and who are not satisfied with his parliamentary performance, our MP said he does not care who says he does not talk, because he does not talk foolishness. So demanding bus stops for the residents in Westmoreland who have been waiting 10 years for a bus stop is talking foolishness. foolishness. Asking for a road in King Street, at the top of King Street, that could go down into Brimstone Road, that is in St. Simon's, so that St. Simon's does not have one entrance and one exit. That is talking foolishness. I suppose explaining why the water problems in Indian Ground and the Bay Woods have not been solved is talking foolishness. Saying that the Rock Hall Community Center needs to be refurbished because it's a rat's nest, that is foolishness. Do you know the Rock Hall Community Center was listed as a polling station when we went to the Electoral and Boundaries Committee meeting at Yanni School the other night? Because nobody don't know, nobody checks for St. Andrew. So they had it on the list as a polling center without knowledge that the place is a rat's nest and has steps as high as Mount Everest for all people to climb. But they didn't know because nobody sought to find out.
Pay the rat.
I am also asking if saying that other community centers, other constituencies in St. Andrew have community centers, resource centers, and we do not have one, is talking foolishness. Getting up and expressing your unhappiness that we have no community center, no post office, no magistrate's court, no medical facilities. You know, if you take sex seriously, the ambulance has to travel 14 miles to get you to the hospital. 14 miles to town, people. That is what happens to St. Andrew people. We have no medical facilities. When this meeting is over, take a stroll behind there. The moonlight is pretty. You can see it clearly. I don't tell lies. No post office. Our post office transactions have to happen in St. Thomas in terms of sorting, etc., for us to get our mail. So communicating with your constituents is talking foolishness. That's what he thinks. But St. Andrew and Barbados, you know what is foolishness? When the MP for St. Andrew can stand up at a branch meeting and tell people, including your Prime Minister, that he is disappointed that none of the plans for his constituency has been fulfilled, going back to the days when he was a minister in cabinet, which was 7 years ago. You know what's even more foolishness? When he could come to you months later and tell you he is running back for a seat. He has admitted he's a failure, but he would wish the electors in St. Andrew to give him another 5 years. For what? For more of the same?